All right, today I have Lou Zettler, a cabin owner in Broken Bow, Oklahoma, who has experienced multiple management companies over several years, has some qualms with some of them, and has found one that you very much enjoy working with. And tell me how you acquired the cabin, some of the displeasures you had with the previous ones, and then what made you land on Treeline and what they've done for you thus far.
Okay. It's good to be here. 2.5 years ago, I bought a cabin, like many people in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, and came with a management company who promised to book the cabin with happy guests, clean the cabin so that guests find the place clean and welcoming, and maintain it. Maybe your air conditioner goes out. And so that's the promise that every management company makes to every new customer cabin owner. And when I bought the cabin, it came with one of the largest management companies up there. And after 10 months, they just couldn't get the cabin clean. I got too many complaints. So I got motivated to change. I looked around, I talked to a couple, didn't do as thorough a job as I should have, and went with another large, prominent management company up there, and they promised me all of the things that you're supposed to get: bookings, clean cabin, and maintenance. And after over a year, I discovered that my bookings had dropped by 30% over the previous year. So the first one booked it, but they couldn't keep it clean. The second one kept it clean, but they couldn't keep it booked. So then I said, all right, this is not going to work because I need to break even at least.
At least.
God forbid you make a profit. And so I searched and talked to a lot of them now, as being very thorough. And I interviewed them, and I asked them all to come by and visit with me, look at my cabin. Only two did. Treeline Vacation Rentals was one of them. And Craig came by, we talked, went over a lot of things. One of the interesting things is that the prior management company would not share the customer list. They felt as though they owned the guest who rented my cabin. Craig said, they're your guests. This is a partnership. It was refreshing. He responded promptly, showed me all the usual things, and I said, all right, let's give it a go. And so now 4 months later, I have found that he has exceeded all prior management companies, true to his word. He's very transparent. He's got great staff. They keep it clean. And more than that, they keep it booked, like beyond booked. So I may have one of the highest occupancy rates of any cabin, and I certainly anything that I've prior had. So the cabin's making money. The cabin's clean, and it's the software system that he uses to acquire the bookings. It's universal. So he seems to be able to tap into Airbnb, VRBO, Booking.com, all the channels you want your cabin to be represented in. He's got it, and they are up for suggestions. If you want to ask a question, they answer it. You want to make a suggestion, they consider it. But they do it right then and there.
And the bookings, you said it's high occupancy. What does that mean? 20 days a year? Or a month, sorry.
Going on what I've got right now, I'm probably going to average 20 to 22 nights.
Across a full year, right?
Across the full year, yeah.
What about in busy season?
Busy season, let's see, last month I had 28 nights were booked.
At a 30-day month.
So rarely do we even have a day, so we
Over
can't
90% occupancy,
we
yeah.
can't even get up there.
Right.
So it is making money, but they also use tools that you would hope that they would use, but you don't know in the beginning. It's dynamic pricing. So their system, their algorithm looks at every single cabin in the immediate area, what it booked for yesterday, last week, last month, and they price it. It's because there are a lot of last minute shoppers. So it's smart, aggressive marketing that keeps the cabin full. Even if I'm only making, for my cabin, which sleeps 10, if I'm making $250, that's $250 I didn't have.
Right.
So keep it booked, and on weekends we can get $600 a night.
Wow.
So, but that's a 3-bedroom, 4-bunk bed, sleeps 10. It's an average cabin. It's not spectacular. It doesn't have a swimming pool. It's just a nice cabin. But they're doing an excellent job of booking it, and everybody again that works for them is consistently there, and there's not a lot of turnover, which is very helpful.
Yeah, not having that's always, being a business owner myself, we hire for culture. I've hired people that don't have the same culture as me, and it's a revolving door. They come in, they leave. But I mean, it sounds like they hire people that fit their culture, their culture fits your culture specifically. Call them, they answer, they're on the spot like that. But they're also, I kind of got the suspicion they're gaining cabins that are within their culture too, so that there's this symmetry or continuity between everything. Is that accurate, or is that?
Yes, yes. I think I've learned that when you talk to the management companies, that if they think like you and you like them,
Yeah.
and they like you, you're going to do well.
Right.
If they're arrogant or they don't return phone calls or their staff is hired and fired with a high velocity, because you can talk to the housekeeping ladies when you're there, you can talk to maintenance.
Understand how the boss treats their workers.
If they lay them off left and right, it's a small town.
Right.
There's,
Word gets around. Yeah.
Well, they've hired and fired everybody in town, so they're going to have problems. You don't want problems. You want happy people.
You want happy people, you want good culture. So they're showing you all that. Cabin's turning profitable. You've only been with them a few months, but it's on such a rise that very pleased, right?
Very pleased. I'm looking for great things from Treeline Vacation Rentals and Craig and Stacy. Again, they're good people. They think about the customer
Yeah.
more about themselves.
Good. Well, all right. I mean, that pretty much sums it up there, guys. Treeline Rentals. We'll put their description, how to get in contact with them down below. Check them out, and then put
Yep.
your number down. You can call you right up and ask
Right,
for.
right. I'll answer any questions anybody may have. And don't forget, stop by Hidden Pond Lodge.
There you go. All right, guys. Thanks a lot.